Yo, it's Sparty, and I'm hungover. I'm hungover as fucking shit today. Why? Because I went and fucking partied my fucking ass off last night. I got really fucking hammered. I went fucking raging like a fucking maniac last night. Why? Because I had a long, stressful, yet successful week. I had a long, stressful, successful week. And when I have successful weeks, I like to pride myself. I like to pride myself on that shit. I pride myself on, taking action and betting on myself and improving myself. So I pride myself and I allow myself to go get really fucking hammered and have a me day. I have a me day to just let it fucking out and clear my fucking head. And you guys should do the fucking same, because you guys are fucking action takers who are constantly betting on themselves, constantly taking action and working to improve themselves. So it's good. It's good to have a day off where you just clear your fucking head, whether go to the bar, go to the movies, I don't know, go to the restaurants, go bowling, do something that you like to do that's away, and just a day off, and it's a you day. It's a you day where you can do whatever the fuck you want and you just fucking clear your fucking head. You guys should all have a fucking day off, especially now that you're a Team Fortune member. Anyway, going on. I made a video promising that I would talk about how to create a deeper emotional connection with your girlfriends, ex-girlfriends, new girls that you meet at the bar. How do you fucking create a fucking deep connection? Now, how do you do this? You want to fucking create a strong rapport with someone. And there's really three levels of rapport. The three levels are beginner's rapport, intermediate rapport, and high badass rapport, advanced rapport. Now, I'm gonna explain to you what each level is. Now, the beginner's level is when you meet someone and you know them enough to say hi to them. You can just say hi to them. You're good just having a comment, and you say hi to them, and you can like have small talk with them, and you know this person, but you don't really, you don't even really like speaking to this person. This is the type of person that you could see in a hallway or something, and if you saw them, you wouldn't mind turning your head away so you don't have to talk to them. That's the fucking beginner's level. That's where most fucking guys ride. They fucking, especially with most girls, they fucking ride at the beginner's level. They just, they can't create a good talking point with a girl. So that's why they're at the beginner's level. The next level is the intermediate level. This is like usually where you're associated with someone like long enough that you're kind of forced into having a deeper connection with this person, but it's not as high as it fucking possibly could have been. So this is like that type of person you can hold a 10-minute conversation with any time of the day. So this is like someone that you work with, maybe it's a person on your football team or someone you have class with that you sit next to. This is that type of person. This is that type of person. So you have that topic where you guys can, have that 10-minute conversation, but that's kind of it. And then there's the high advanced badass rapport. This is when you can talk about anything. You can have a free-flowing conversation about anything, and you guys can have a wide variety of topics that you can talk from, and you can go deep. You can go deep with each of these topics. So you could talk about, I don't know, the fucking house. The variety can go from a house to like Willy fucking Wonka, where you guys could talk hours and hours about this one fucking topic. So like, for example, if I'm talking about a house, people with advanced rapport, they'll start off about like maybe talking about what kind of houses they like, but then they'll start talking about the memories in their like childhood houses and like, fucking memories, like funny ass memories, fucking stressful memories, scary memories in these fucking houses, and then they just go on and on and on with this fucking house topic. And then they could do the same thing with like fucking Willy Wonka, dude. They could fucking talk about Willy Wonka, and it would start off with maybe some small talk, but then this shit will go fucking deep, and how like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory was their fucking favorite movie as a kid, and then how they were scared about the Oompa Loompas and fucking bullshit like that, and then how they always were like looking for the golden ticket in like the Hershey bars and shit like that. And it fucking goes on for topics for hours. Now, that is the connection that you want to get with the fucking girls that you are. That's like the girls that you want to talk to. This is where you want to get, and you want to get there as fast as you fucking can. Now, most people are kind of stuck with their girlfriends, like in between the intermediate and the advanced. They're not quite at the advanced badass rapport, because you want to go a little above the advanced badass rapport. That's how you get a girl to really fucking trust you, really fucking trust you, feel comfortable around you, and want you in her life for a long period of time. This is what you want to fucking get to. You want to get to that fucking advanced level. You don't want to be stuck in between the advanced and intermediate. You don't want to fucking be there. Because a lot of guys who get in relationships can't get past that. And, you know, that's why, like, the ex will feel a little more comfortable breaking up with them. They don't have that fucking deep emotional connection. So you want to fucking get there, and you want to get there fast. Now, this is some shit that you can do with any fucking girl. This is some fucking shit that you can do any fucking girl. I could tell, I'd be talking to a girl at a bar, and I would be able to create high status, high advanced fucking rapport with this girl really fucking fast. Really fucking fast. This is like, this shit works. Now, you want to ask these questions to get her to open up deeper. You want to get her to open up deeper really fucking fast. Now, guys don't fucking know that shit. Guys don't fucking know that shit. They get stuck in the intermediate level, or in, like, between the advanced and intermediate level. I'm sorry, the intermediate and beginner's level when they first meet a girl. Now, this is how the steps should go. When you're talking to a girl at the bar, you know, you have that small talk, but then you find a common talking point. So for me, I might be talking to a girl about, I don't know, fucking Kim K. I could talk about how I fucking hate Kim K, and then she could talk about how she fucking hates Kim K. Or maybe she even likes Kim K, but we have a fucking talking point outside of the fucking weather, okay? We have a legitimate conversation topic, like a literal like talking point that I can talk about with her. And we're talking, and that's how I get to the intermediate level. And I'm just giving her shit for liking Kim K and a bunch of shit like that. So that's how I get to the intermediate level. Now, most guys will do that, and then, but they don't know the rapport building questions. They don't know how to get to that advanced level. They don't know how to do that. They don't know how to ask the right questions. They don't know how to do that. Now, how do you fucking get there? You want to fucking ask her questions that really fucking opens her up. Really want to ask her questions that really fucking open her up. Like, you can get her really talking about herself. Because it's hard. It's really hard to get a girl to really dig in deep. So you want to do this through a question, like a good question. Now, the question that I will ask, and there's many, I could give you guys many fucking questions that you could go ask someone, and your fucking rapport level will skyrocket from the intermediate to the fucking sky, the fucking top advanced shit. So here's one question that I like to ask a girl, and this will really get me there, and she doesn't even realize it because it's her subconscious. Her subconscious really fucking narrows in. Her subconscious starts talking about deep, like, personal shit, personal information that she doesn't even realize she's spewing out when she talks about this shit. She's given her personal information that she wouldn't tell other people. She wouldn't tell other guys. She wouldn't tell even her closest friends this type of shit. So that's your goal. You want to get her to get really personal with you. So for me, the first question I'll ask a girl is, I'll ask her, if your house burnt down, you could grab 3 items. What would you grab? What would you grab? Now, this will give her a fucking background of, like, her personal life. It'll tell you a lot about her personality, what she fucking, you know, what she's, I don't know, what her mission is, like, what she, like, loves deep down, and just fucking her character traits and a bunch of fucking shit. So for her, she might say, like, I don't know, I bring my iPhone, which tells her that she's part of the social age, that she really kind of cares about herself. She cares how she expresses herself. She cares about her image, and you could that's what her saying the iPhone means. And then she would probably say maybe her, like, cat or something, which shows she's a lovable person. She's a deep, caring, emotional person by her bringing her cat. And then she could say something like, oh, I bring my fucking, I don't know, my notebook, or, like, I don't know, my fucking jewelry, which, you know, it shows, like, fucking more shit about her. That's what it does. So her taking that shit and, like, her, I don't know, bringing the shit with her, that's you finding out a lot of fucking information about herself. And then she subconsciously thinks to herself, shit, we had a deep conversation. He knows a lot more about me. How does he already fucking figured out a lot about me. He figured out way more than what most guys figure out about me within 5 fucking minutes. You automatically get to that high badass rapport amount in 5 minutes just from a simple question like that. Now, you want to fucking have questions like that which will open her up. Open her up like crazy. So another example of a question that you could ask a girl would be, if you had, I don't know, $100 million, what would you buy with it? What would you buy with it? It'll fucking express her fucking feelings towards it. It'll get her, like, where her values are. It'll show where her values are at, what her values are, her values are, who she respects, who she cares about. All this fucking shit that she wouldn't tell a normal guy. She tells it out from the question that you asked her. Now that's a fucking rapport building question. You want to fucking be doing that shit with her. Another question that you could fucking ask her. Tell me something that scared you in her childhood. This will get her to go fucking deep. And when you fucking building rapport with someone, you want to figure out shit about their childhood. Because that's when it's at its fucking deepest. That's when it's at its fucking deepest. When she can tell you fucking stories. Stories about her fucking childhood. And she won't do that with people she's not comfortable with. She won't fucking do that. So you really want to get her to fucking start talking about her childhood, her best friends, her parents, her fucking brothers, her sisters, her worst memories, her best memories. That's the fucking point. That's the point that you want to fucking reach with her. And like a lot of guys are in relationships with girls, they don't even fucking get there. They don't even realize they're never talking about this girl's childhood, what her values are, what her mission is, what she fucking respects, who she respects, who was her favorite fucking actress as a kid. You want to be able to find that, and you can't get to that level unless you ask these deep rapport building questions. And this is where a lot of fucking guys fuck up, because they don't, they talk about shit, but they don't really get the deepest part. So those are 3 questions that you should be fucking asking.